what they had done was leave behind something that was so stupendous.
Millions in Syria and Iraq are facing water shortages as the region's longest river, the Euphrates, dries up.
Recent discoveries in Iraq are reshaping our understanding of the past, revealing captivating insights into the region's rich history. While environmental challenges like drought persist, the allure of ancient wonders remains undiminished. Iconic landmarks such as the Great Mosque of Samarra, Lish Temple, Erbil Citadel, and the ancient city of Babylon, nestled along the Euphrates River, continue to draw curious explorers from around the globe. The Euphrates, once a sacred and abundant water source, is witnessing a decline in water levels, adding a touch of poignancy to its historical significance. Amidst this evolving landscape, researchers have stumbled upon a remarkable find in the Euphrates River, offering a glimpse into the lives of our distant ancestors. This extraordinary discovery, poised to spark lively debate and ignite the curiosity of experts, challenges conventional wisdom and opens up exciting new avenues for exploration. We invite you to join us as we delve deeper into the details of this fascinating revelation. If this intriguing tale has piqued your interest, please show your support by liking and sharing this video. We welcome your thoughts and questions in the comments section below. Let's embark on this journey of discovery together, uncovering the secrets of the past. We're going to talk about Joseph James Rogan, the multi-talented American UFC color commentator, podcaster, comedian, actor, and former television host, who recently turned his attention to a pressing environmental concern. In his popular podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, where he delves into diverse topics with a wide array of guests, Rogan highlighted the alarming possibility of the Euphrates River drying up. This vital waterway, a lifeline for millions in the Middle East, could reveal hidden secrets, as Rogan promises to unveil at the end of his intriguing video. The reasons behind the dwindling water levels are complex and interconnected. The Ataturk Dam in Turkey, one of 22 dams along the river, built in the 1980s and 90s for irrigation and hydroelectric power, significantly reduces downstream flow. Furthermore, the escalating global climate crisis has exacerbated the situation, leading to diminished rainfall in the river basin and increased evaporation due to rising temperatures. The urgency of this crisis is undeniable, with water levels reaching alarmingly low points. Experts predict that the Euphrates could vanish entirely by 2040, posing a dire threat to modern civilizations. However, this unfolding environmental disaster also serves as a poignant reminder of the fate of past civilizations that once flourished along the river's banks. The potential disappearance of the Euphrates has captivated the world's attention, including that of the inquisitive Joe Rogan, who recognizes the profound implications of this ecological catastrophe. Delving into Rogan's concerns, it becomes clear that his perspective is deeply rooted in biblical narratives, particularly the prophecies outlined in the Book of Revelation. A key element that resonates with Rogan is the drying up of the Euphrates River, as described in Revelation 16:12. This event holds immense significance within the biblical framework, as it is considered a precursor to the end times, also known as the eschaton. The Book of Revelation, the final book of the New Testament, presents a series of apocalyptic visions and prophecies that are rich in symbolism and open to various interpretations. Within this context, chapter 16 depicts 7 bowls containing God's wrath, which will be poured upon the earth during the final judgments or plagues. The 6th bowl is of particular interest as it describes the Euphrates River drying up, paving the way for the kings of the East to cross the parched riverbed on their journey to the site of the final battle, Armageddon. Specifically, Revelation 16:12-14 states, "The 6th angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and the river dried up to prepare the way for the kings of the East." Then I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs. They came from the mouth of the dragon, from the mouth of the beast, and from the mouth of the false prophet. They are evil spirits that perform signs, and they go to the kings of the whole world to gather them for battle on the great day of God Almighty. Returning to Armageddon, this is the name of the place where the kings of the earth assemble to wage war against God. The symbolism inherent in the name Armageddon stems from the fact that Megiddo was a site where adversaries of God met their demise. Notably, an invading army of Canaanites was defeated there, and King Josiah was killed there when he disregarded God's warnings. Consequently, the place became associated with mourning. Judges 5:19, 2 Chronicles 35:22, Zechariah 12:11. Therefore, the statement that forces opposing God gather at Armageddon signifies that they assemble for their own defeat. In a later vision, it is revealed that victory is achieved through the power of Christ's spoken word, Revelation 19:15. For centuries, theologians, scholars, and believers alike have pondered the symbolic meaning and potential real-world consequences of this biblical prophecy. A prevalent interpretation suggests that the drying up of the Euphrates River represents a momentous geopolitical and spiritual transformation, signaling the convergence of nations and forces for the ultimate confrontation between good and evil. The Euphrates River holds immense historical and religious significance, being one of the oldest and most influential rivers in the world. It is intertwined with the origins of civilization and the rise of ancient empires. In the biblical context, the Euphrates was one of the 4 rivers originating from the Garden of Eden, symbolizing the connection between humanity and divine creation. The drying up of such a vital river signifies a major disruption of the natural order, representing a profound event that marks the culmination of history and the final judgment. It reminds of the end day. Would you be concerned if the Antichrist emerged? Let's reflect on the words of the Apostle John. This is how you can recognize the Spirit of God. Every spirit that acknowledges that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh is from God, but every spirit that does not acknowledge Jesus is not from God. This is the spirit of the Antichrist, which you have heard is coming and even now is already in the world. Considering this, I'd like to offer some words of encouragement to all of us. Instead of focusing solely on rumors surrounding the construction of the Third Temple in Jerusalem or waiting for the announcement of a major peace agreement among nations and religions that is said to precede the rapture of the Church of Christ, let's remember that these events are part of a larger picture that's unfolding before our very eyes, including the drying up of the Euphrates River. We need not fear the Antichrist or the Battle of Armageddon, for God's Word assures us that Jesus will ultimately triumph over the enemy and cast him into the lake of fire, where he will suffer eternally. A remarkable discovery has recently come to light, unveiling an ancient cave concealed beneath the Euphrates River, steeped in millennia-old legends and prophecies. Whispers from ancient biblical texts suggest that this enigmatic cavern holds 4 angels, bound until their release to unleash chaos upon the world. The very idea of these supernatural beings trapped beneath the river's depths has fascinated believers and ignited lively debates for generations. The ancient cave concealed beneath the Euphrates River has long captivated historians, archaeologists, and adventurers alike. Its origins remain shrouded in captivating myths and age-old tales passed down through generations, adding to the allure of this enigmatic subterranean world. Some whisper of powerful sorcery employed to protect a hidden treasure or an artifact of immense power, while others speculate it was the work of an advanced civilization safeguarding knowledge or technology beyond their time. Legend has it that the cave's existence was first documented in centuries-old texts and scrolls. discovered by intrepid explorers who stumbled upon cryptic references in forgotten tombs or ancient libraries. These texts hinted at a hidden portal leading to a subterranean realm of unimaginable wonders, further fueling the curiosity surrounding this mysterious place. However, the Euphrates River itself presents a formidable obstacle to exploration. Its ever-shifting nature and powerful currents make accessing the cave a daunting and perilous task. Numerous potential entry points have been identified along the riverbanks, but the cave remains stubbornly elusive. From its historical significance and geopolitical implications to the biblical prophecies and environmental concerns surrounding it, the fate of the Euphrates River is a topic of great interest. As we await further developments, it is crucial to address the current environmental challenges and work towards ensuring the sustainability of this lifeline that has shaped civilizations for millennia. Only time will reveal the true extent of the connection between Joe Rogan's warning and the enigmatic cave beneath the Euphrates River, leaving us to wonder what secrets lie hidden beneath the depths. The Euphrates River, a cradle of civilization, flows through the modern nations of Turkey, Syria, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia, nourishing the lands and people within its watershed. The snowmelt from Turkey's eastern highlands, occurring in late spring and early summer, provides approximately 90% of the river's flow, often leading to peak flood levels along its length. However, a concerning issue looms over this vital water source: the threat of the Euphrates drying up due to the changing climate. Over the past century, temperatures in northeastern Syria have risen by 40°C, while average rainfall has decreased by 18 mm per month. Combined with human activities, these factors are putting immense pressure on the Euphrates, potentially leading to devastation and displacement for those who have called its banks home for generations. This alarming trend is not isolated. In Venice, Italy, water levels have receded to the point where rowing boats is no longer possible. France has endured over 30 consecutive days without rain. And the once fertile crescent of the Middle East is transforming into a desert, leaving observers in disbelief. These events resonate with passages from the Bible, where the prophet Jeremiah spoke of droughts and their devastating consequences. In Jeremiah 14, we find descriptions of mourning, weakness, and cries for help in the face of water scarcity. The leaders sent servants to fetch water, only to return with empty jars, filled with shame and despair. The Bible reminds us that droughts have historically been linked to divine judgment for sins and wickedness. In Jeremiah 14, we read of Yahweh withholding rain from Judah, causing a great famine that affected even the nobility and their families. Farmers were unable to plow or plant their crops. Fawns were abandoned due to lack of grass, and donkeys searched in vain for the scent of water. These historical and contemporary accounts serve as a stark reminder of the importance of water and the consequences of its scarcity. As we face the realities of climate change and the increasing demands on our water resources, it is crucial to adopt more sustainable practices and cherish this precious resource. Let us learn from the past and present, striving to live in harmony with nature and ensuring a future where water remains abundant for all. In the apocalyptic vision of St. John, the sounding of the sixth trumpet heralds a chilling scene. A voice identified as the Lord's by the illuminator instructs the angel with the trumpet to release 4 angels bound in the Euphrates River. These avenging angels, depicted with weapons drawn, emerge from the river, ready to fulfill their grim task of eliminating 1/3 of humanity. The drying up of the Euphrates, a significant event in this narrative, raises intriguing questions about the nature of these beings. Described as bound demons or fallen angels, they are associated with the underworld and the forces of darkness. Their release signifies the unleashing of chaos and destruction upon the world. The Euphrates region, where these angels are imprisoned, holds a notorious history intertwined with human sin. It was near the Garden of Eden in the Fertile Crescent that the first murder occurred, and the first war was fought. Nimrod's kingdom and Babylonian idolatry also arose in this area, all of which will face divine judgment according to Zechariah 5 and Revelation 18. Interpretations of the four angels vary. Some see them as symbolic representations of fallen angels or demonic entities associated with the Euphrates, while others propose that they represent historical figures or powers linked to the region, such as military leaders or nations. Yet another perspective views them as embodiments of spiritual forces or destructive powers at play during the end times, serving as agents of judgment or instruments of God's wrath. Regardless of the specific interpretation, the release of these angels and the drying of the Euphrates serve as ominous signs of impending doom. However, it is important to remember that God remains in control of these events, allowing or announcing each one according to His divine plan. Even in the midst of chaos and destruction, evil is never allowed to reign unchecked. The apocalyptic vision serves as a reminder of the spiritual forces at work in the world and the ultimate triumph of good over evil. It encourages believers to remain steadfast in their faith and trust in God's sovereignty, even in the face of adversity and uncertainty. While the events described are undoubtedly unsettling, they ultimately point to a future where justice and righteousness will prevail. The Euphrates River, once teeming with water, holds evidence of ancient human civilizations that flourished along its banks. This river, along with the nearby Tigris and Jordan rivers, formed a crescent-shaped oasis historically known as the Fertile Crescent, a region referenced in the New Testament. This oasis, the largest in the Middle East, is considered the cradle of civilization. It is here that scientists have uncovered evidence of life beneath the Euphrates River, and where humanity's first civilization, the Sumerians, emerged around 3800 BC. The Sumerians established a series of city-states, including Eridu, Nippur, Lagash, Kish, Ur, and the first true city, Uruk. At its peak around 2800 BC, Uruk was one of the world's most populated cities, boasting an estimated 40,980,000 inhabitants. The architecture of this ancient civilization was remarkable, with each city-state enclosed within walls made of flat, convex mud bricks. The Sumerians were skilled in pottery, weaving, irrigation, and agriculture, using buffalo and cows to plow their fields long before other ancient civilizations like Egypt and those along the Yellow River. Sadly, the Sumerian civilization did not endure. In 1940 BC, they were invaded and plundered by the Elamites. Subsequently, the Hammurabi dynasty of Babylonia unified the lands of Mesopotamia, leading to the assimilation of the Sumerians with the Assyrians and Babylonians by around 1700 BC. However, the legacy of the Sumerians lives on in the ruins they left behind. Scientists have found evidence of their advancements in writing, astronomy, mathematics, geometry, and medicine. Many of their achievements, such as the multiplication table, methods for calculating area and circumference, and techniques for performing craniotomies, are still used today. They also developed weapons and tools to support their military endeavors, including spears, bronze helmets, shields, chariots, and carts. As the Euphrates River continues to recede, it may reveal even more secrets about this remarkable ancient civilization. The remnants of their knowledge and ingenuity serve as a testament to their significant contributions to human history. Let's delve into a fascinating comparison between the Euphrates River and the Nile, two iconic waterways that have shaped human history. Shared legacy of writing. Both river systems nurtured ancient civilizations that developed unique writing systems. In Egypt, the intricate hieroglyphs adorned temples and tombs, while in Mesopotamia, the Sumerians pioneered cuneiform, a script characterized by wedge-shaped marks on clay tablets. These written records provide invaluable insights into their societies, beliefs, and achievements. Fertile grounds for agriculture. The Nile and Euphrates rivers both bestowed fertile lands upon their respective regions, fostering the development of agriculture. In ancient Egypt, barley and cereals flourished under the sun's warmth, while Mesopotamia's fields yielded bountiful harvests of barley and wheat. These agricultural practices sustained growing populations and laid the foundation for complex societies. Cosmic origins. Both river societies shared a profound interest in cosmology, seeking to understand the origins of the world and humanity's place within it. They believed that the world emerged from a primordial separation between heaven and earth, a concept that permeated their religious beliefs and cultural practices. Monumental structures. The ancient Egyptians and Mesopotamians both erected awe-inspiring structures to honor their gods and commemorate their deceased. Egypt's pyramids and the enigmatic Sphinx stand as enduring testaments to their engineering prowess and spiritual beliefs. In Mesopotamia, the towering ziggurats served as sacred platforms connecting the earthly and divine realms, pantheons of gods and goddesses. Both river societies embraced a rich pantheon of gods and goddesses who played integral roles in their daily lives and spiritual beliefs. The ancient Egyptians worshipped a multitude of deities, each associated with different aspects of nature and human existence. In Sumerian culture, prominent figures like An, god of heaven, Enlil, god of wind and storms, Enki, god of water, Ninhursag, goddess of fertility and earth, and Utu, god of the sun and justice, held sway over various domains. Nurturing the Euphrates. Solutions for a sustainable future. Just as humanity owes its progress to rivers like the Euphrates and Tigris, we have a responsibility to care for these vital lifelines. Here are some simple yet effective ways to contribute to their preservation. Opt for biodegradable cleaning products. By choosing biodegradable soaps and cleaning agents, we can minimize the environmental impact of wastewater that flows into our rivers. Plant a tree. Trees play a crucial role in maintaining river health. Their roots stabilize soil, preventing erosion and reducing the amount of sediment entering waterways. Additionally, trees absorb carbon dioxide, helping to mitigate climate change. Volunteer for restoration projects. Get involved in local stream cleanup or wetland restoration efforts. These hands-on activities directly contribute to the well-being of our rivers and their ecosystems. Limit pesticide use. Chemical pesticides can contaminate water sources and harm aquatic life. Consider using natural alternatives or reducing pesticide application to protect our rivers. Educate through experience. Share the beauty and importance of rivers with others by taking walks along their banks or visiting nature reserves. Experiencing nature firsthand can inspire a deeper appreciation for its value. By adopting these practices and raising awareness about the importance of river conservation, we can ensure that the Euphrates and other vital waterways continue to flow for generations to come. In conclusion, the future of our abundant river sources depends on us. Let's take immediate action by fostering a collective awareness and responsibility for their preservation. Each of us has the power to make a difference. Together, we can transform our awareness into impactful actions that will protect and sustain these vital waterways for generations to come. Act now, and let's ensure the vitality of our rivers for the future.